Welcome into Minnesota Vikings Now. I am Tom Downey here with some rumors and news around the Vikings, and we begin with a really weird rumor, if we're being honest here. Has Mike Zimmer already been told he's gone? That was the fan-cited article speculation theory, which I don't get it. The argument for Zimmer's already been told he's fired was based on Zimmer's Friday press conference in which he apparently sounded more emotional, or that's the claim from Fan-Sided. To be blunt and be honest here, because that's what we give you guys here on Minnesota Vikings Now, this is a massive reach. I don't understand how this is the takeaway. Other Vikings reporters had said, yeah, he just sounded hoarse because he was yelling all game the night before. It is a huge reach because, frankly, how does that make any sense? It doesn't make a lick of sense for a team who is firmly in the playoff race still to be told after a win over the Steelers that he's been fired. And that's not what NFL teams do, by the way. They don't tell coaches who are still alive in the playoff hunt that they're gone. They can still make the playoffs, guys. Now, I know some of you, like producer Jack, want Mike Zimmer gone, and I get that. It's been a while, and they've had a bad year. But Minnesota is technically tied, although tiebreakers, of course, come into play, for that final wild card spot. Are they going to win the division? God, no. Not a chance in hell. But look at the way this schedule sets up for Minnesota, given the way that those other teams have played. The Falcons, the Saints, the Eagles, Washington. Minnesota should win 2 games in a row here against the Bears, or 2 games against the Bears. That would be 2 in a row for them. Now the Rams, Packers, not going to be easy games. Maybe Minnesota only wins 8. Maybe they win 9. Maybe they pull an upset over a team like the Rams or the Packers down the stretch. If they do that, Minnesota might very well make the postseason. So firing Zimmer or telling him, hey, we're going to fire you, is not something an NFL organization does. To have that theory out there, honestly, to be blunt, it's stupid. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Now, looking ahead, there is a very real chance that Mike Zimmer ends up getting fired. So what would you do if you ran the Vikings, if you're ownership? Are you keeping Zim or firing Zimmer? So a popular question for you right now. FZ for fire Zimmer, KZ for keep Zimmer. This is the pinned comment on today's video. So, if the ad break comes on YouTube, take advantage of it. While that ad plays, head down to the pinned comment and type your responses for me. Fans that are also looking ahead to the offseason, which I get, fine with it. Some players who could be cut. They threw out 3 names as potential cut candidates. A video we will do, by the way, in the offseason. The 3 names were as follows: Danielle Hunter, Michael Pierce, and Eric Kendricks. Let's break it down. Hunter is going to be a cut candidate. They redid his deal, setting him in almost a we'll make a decision type of mood here. Hunter's cap hit next year is massive, $26.12 million. The cap savings if he gets cut is $18.6 million. Now, he made a big deal about wanting a contract adjustment. He got it. He was playing awesome before his injury. He was having a in the running for NFC Defensive Player of the Year before he got hurt. Now, other players are going to win that award in the end for Defensive Player of the Year. It's a good name to mention. I would rather restructure his deal and keep him in the fold because I don't trust the pass rush beyond Hunter, but it will be decision time with him in the offseason. You can't bring him back at a $26 million cap. It's either restructure / extend or cut him. Maybe a trade, but the injury could be a red flag there. Next up is Michael Pierce. And although his sack numbers look decent for a run-stopping defensive tackle, I'm inclined to blame Pierce, at least somewhat, for this team's inability to stop the run. He has not lived up to expectations. And the money here makes this valid. Now, I'll make note that for all 3 players we discuss, the cap savings I'm showing are the pre-June 1st cut savings. None of you can use in the offseason for free agents. It would be a little bit more if you cut them after June 1st or make them a post-June 1st cut, but you can't use that money until after June. So, bit more likely to get cut and save $6.5 million. It's a lot of money for Pierce. $10.5 million cap hit. I'd say cut him. Now, maybe I changed my mind down the stretch, but he is a very strong cut candidate. The least favorite name I like on here, the one I hate, is Eric Kendricks. Now, look, A linebacker with a $13.5+ million cap hit, I get it. That's not great. And I get it. Kendricks is aging as well. He's not quite what he was in his prime. But he is, make no mistake, still a highly productive player. I would rather, much like Hunter, restructure that deal. Extend him 2 more years. Unless you want to blow the whole thing up this offseason. If that's the route you want to go, it's a different conversation. So who is most likely of these 3 defensive players to get cut? Type DH for Danielle Hunter, MP for Michael Pierce, or EK for Eric Kendricks. If you don't know what you want this holiday season, how about a Vikings jersey? It's perfect time of the year because I know they're expensive, but throw it on your Christmas wish list. And there are some on sale at chatsports.com/Vikings jersey. Takes you right in to the Fanatic site with all the jerseys that are available. Purple, the white, as you saw with Justin Jefferson, the purple and the yellow coloring. I actually don't mind it all that much. Check it out today. Link will be in the comments section and the description. chatsports.com/Vikings jersey. A very forward-focused video today, which I think it makes sense, right? How about trading away Kirk Cousins? This will be a popular story all offseason long. Been more trade speculation looking ahead to the offseason as a couple of different Vikings fan sites, including Vikings Territory, have said, what about the Steelers as a fit? Cousins remains, well, Kirk Cousins. Some like him, some hate him, some are fine with him, some want more and better play out of him for what he is at this stage in his NFL career. There is, of course, the big issue with a $35 million base salary attached to Kirk Cousins next season. Now, if team trades for him, they probably extend him to get that money down, but it is a potential barrier for a new team. Cousins has been okay, solid at points, inconsistent in prime time, as he always is. You're always left wanting just a little bit more from Kirk Cousins, but I do think he's a top 15 quarterback. And looking around the NFL, there are a lot of teams, like the Steelers, who would upgrade at quarterback if they were to acquire Kirk Cousins. At the same time for Minnesota, you don't have anything behind him. Sean Mannion, we know him by now. He's not a franchise quarterback. Maybe Kellen Mond can be that guy. I am doubtful of that situation. So Minnesota puts themselves in an awkward position here. You can reset and trade away Kirk Cousins. That's fine, but it means you're entering a rebuild with no clear-cut quarterback. Or you keep him and run the risk of just kind of being where you're at right now. A borderline, if not playoff team, that's just not quite good enough to take the next step forward and make that deep, true playoff run. So will Kirk Cousins be on the Vikings next year? Get out your crystal balls here and make your predictions. Why for yes or and for no? Once the season ends, we're not going anywhere. We here at Vikings Now will have videos almost every single day with what's going on around the Vikings. That's trade, free agency, draft, all of it. This is going to be your one-stop shop in the offseason, and sometimes like the NFL offseason more than the actual season. Hit that big red button and subscribe for free videos on your Minnesota Vikings. One little more in-season idea that I actually don't mind here from Fanside. How about playing Camryn Bynum more? Now, this is easier said than done, but I have been impressed with the rookie out of Cal at the safety position when given the chance to play. And now there are growing calls to give him more reps at safety. He's got a tackle for loss, a sack, and an INT this year. Bynum looks like a potential piece for Minnesota long term. The issue is, I don't know if he's better than Xavier Woods. Now, Woods is, for example, PFF grades are always high. They've always liked him. He's not better than Harrison Smith, and they've been playing him at safety, not corner, where he did get some run at Cal. My issue is, outside of big nickel packages, which I'm frankly down to utilize more of, maybe you let Anthony Barr rush the passer a little bit more and add whether it's Smith or Bynum or Woods in the box to go with one linebacker next to Eric Kendricks. That could be a good idea. It's an option. I like Bynum. I've been impressed by him. I don't know how he gets on the field more unless they bench Xavier Woods, which I don't think they need to do. So I agree with the idea, but I don't have the exact answer for how to pull it off right now.